D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my weekend review where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this story, and you can, watch this video where I'm going to read the story to you, or you can go and find those and read them for yourselves. Now, I also just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, now that we got that business out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started on these 3 stories? So for my first story this week, all right, you guys, it looks like Margot Robbie is earning a big paycheck this week. So she got a bonus because of the box office for Barbie. Now, I just want to say right now, I did not like Barbie. If you watch my review, which I'll leave in the iCard section, I did not like Barbie. But one thing that I am happy for is Margot Robbie. She did a good job in the movie. She's a producer on the movie. She's the main star. So if that's in her contract, she deserves it and she should get it. So let's read this article from Variety and check out some stuff. This isn't a long one, so we'll just get through it. So it says, oh, hold on, let's go back up to that title. So it says, Barbie's Big Payday. Margot Robbie will earn $50 million in salary and box office bonuses. There she is as Barbie. Okay, so it says Margot Robbie is being richly rewarded for her key role in bringing Barbie to the big screen. The star and producer behind the summer's biggest hit stands to make roughly $50 million in salary and box office bonuses, according to 3 individuals with knowledge of her deal. And $50 million is nothing to scoff at. I do want to talk about some stuff with that. So it says Barbie director and co-writer Greta Gerwig will also likely receive bonuses because of the film's outsized success. Barbie has earned an established $526.3 million at the domestic box office since it opened a month ago, as well as $657.6 million at the international box office. That comes out to $1.18 billion globally. And that figure should keep climbing given that Barbie is still topping box office charts. The film is now the 2nd highest grossing release in the history of Warner Brothers, behind Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's also the highest grossing film ever from a female director, overtaking the previous record holder, Frozen 2, which was co-directed by Jennifer Lee. They keep adding all these asterisks onto Barbie and like the first female co-director with blue eyes and blonde hair. And you're all like, what? What's going on here? They just want a bunch of firsts attached to this movie. Anyways, it's fine. In addition to bringing the popular children's toy to glittering life, Robbie produced the film through her production company, Lucky Chap Entertainment, which she founded in 2014 with her now husband, Tom Eckerle, we'll say that's his name, and friends Josie McNara and Sophia Kerr. The goal of the company was to tell women's stories on screen and support women creators behind the scenes. Ooh, that rhymes. I like that. They're poets and they didn't even know it. Anyways, its slate of projects includes the Oscar-winning Promising Young Woman. Good movie. I like that a lot. The superhero sequel, Birds of Prey, pure shit. And the Netflix series, Made, didn't see it. Robbie has been nominated for 2 Academy Awards for her performances in I, Tonya, pretty good movie, and Bombshell. That was a pretty good movie, too. She first came to prominence in Martin Scorsese's Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, she did. We got to see her hoodies and everything. The scored commercial hits with Suicide Squad, which was not good, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which was very good. But none of those films comes close to achieving the lofty box office heights of Barbie, which is shaping up to be one of the bigger blockbusters in movie history. Warner has declined to comment, and representative for Robbie had no comment. So a lot of people were just being all like, oh, she's just making all that, but she's just getting rich. And so it's not just her. So as you said, it's on there. She had to pay she pays her husband. She employs her husband, which is beta material, if you ask me. But he wasn't Harry Potter, so he gets a small bit of a pass, but still beta. And then she also has to pay those 2 friends because they're a part of her production company. So here's a list of some other people that she has to pay. First off, she has to pay taxes on that because it's going to be lofty because you know how it is with taxes. Government wants their share of, not working. And then she also has to pay her manager and or agent, which, those aren't too bad. Those, I believe, are around 10%. Don't quote me on that. I cannot remember. She has to pay a lawyer. She has to pay a publicist. The publicist for this one, for Barbie, I don't think she had to pay it because I'm pretty sure the studio might have paid for it. A stylist, which let me just tell you right now, whoever the stylist was for the Barbie movie did a great job. Every look that she showed up with in interviews and on red carpets, she looked great. That there's stuff that I just won't deny. Even though I did not like the movie, I thought it was pure shit. I do think that Margot Robbie, the advertising for this was great. And they duped us all into thinking that it was a movie that it wasn't. It was actually a different movie than they. Then she has to pay a personal trainer and then an assistant or assistants. So this 50 million, does she get to keep some? Sure, but she doles that out to other people. And that's the thing. I do, movie stars are rich. They have way more money than you and I, but at the same time, they do have to dole out that money that they make every movie to their team and the people that they pay to make them look good or support them in other ways. So good for her in getting this 50 million. I mean, like I said before, the movie was crap, but you get what you deserve and you get what you negotiate, and she negotiated obviously a good deal. So good for her. So that is my first story of the week. So for my second story of the week, and this comes from the Cosmic Circus, and it says exclusive. I don't know how exclusive this is, but this is just a little rumor mill, but I like it a lot. Doctor Strange 3 to adapt, time runs out. So here, let's go through this. So it says in 2022, Marvel Studios released the highly anticipated sequel, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. The sequel featured the return of the neurosurgeon turned master of the mystic arts, Dr. Stephen Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, on an adventure that transcended the borders of the unknown Marvel Cinematic Universe into new and dangerous alternate realities of the multiverse to confront the coming threats. I mean, did it though? I think we only went to like 3 or 4 different places, and we only saw like a small piece of that. But those worlds. So I don't really know if we really explored the multiverse, but it's okay. We explored it. The film ends with a cliffhanger in which we see Doctor Strange walking down the streets of New York calmly before abruptly pursued in pain and revealing a third eye growing out of his forehead. A post-credits scene later reveals a previously unknown sorceress, Clea, Charlize Theron, which she looked great, by the way. She seeks out Doctor Strange for causing an incursion and requests his help before jumping into a portal leading into the dark dimension. Since then, fans have sought clues as to where Doctor Strange's next live-action appearance could be. However, as we transverse through the multiverse saga and are en route to the next Avengers projects, Avengers the Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars films, whose working titles we recently reported on, fans are curious as to whether or not Strange could get one more solo outing before stepping up to the plate and taking on the incoming Council of Kangs. And if this tidbit is to be believed, we may have just found our answer. Time runs out in Doctor Strange 3. According to our sources, Marvel Studios wants to adapt elements from the Time Runs Out comic event for Doctor Strange 3. The film would pick up right where we left off in Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness, where Clea traveled from another dimension to seek out Doctor Strange for his aid in fixing the incursion that he caused. From what we've been told, Strange has been sought out by the multiversal organization called the Black Priests. According to our sources, Clea is a member of this organization. The Black Priest headquarters will be in nothing space of destroyed universes, which exists within the space of the 2 dead universes caused by an incursion. It will be revealed in the film that the multiverse is dying, that the cause of this decay is a result of the incursion happening all across the multiverse. the most recent being the one caused by Doctor Strange. The film will also elaborate on a point made in the previous movie regarding Doctor Strange and his threat to the multiverse. Stephen Strange and his dangers to the multiverse. It was made clear in the previous film through Christine Palmer 383's research that Stephen Strange is one of the most dangerous threats to the multiverse. However, they have yet to specify how exactly he was dangerous outside of what Strange 3838 did. The upcoming sequel will explain how Stephen is a threat to the multiverse by establishing him as a common denominator when it comes to incursions across the multiverse, aside from the main danger of the Council of Kangs. While it will be confirmed that the main reason for the decay of the multiverse is due to the incursion being caused by the Council of Kangs, it is unknown at this time if the film will feature a Kang variant or if the film will flat out confirm that the source of the decay is. However, our sources told us that the film will serve as a direct preamble to the upcoming Avengers films. Okay, great. Are you excited about Doctor Strange 3? I mean, not really, but whatever. All right, I'm not going to read this last part because it doesn't give us anything. So what do we think about this? I don't know if this is the best choice for a Doctor Strange 3 movie. I thought there's a really great storyline in the comic books. I can't remember what it's called, but it's where there is a technological species. They're all about technology, and anything to do with magic, they want to snuff it out. So they go from universe to universe and they destroy all magic. If you have magic in your universe, they destroy it. So me personally, I thought that was really great. It was really great storyline. I mean, it didn't end the best, but it was still good. I thought it was pretty good. As far as this goes, I don't know, man. I don't know about you guys, but there is nothing about Marvel that will get me excited anymore because this is my opinion. You can have your own, but I think Marvel is just pure shit now. They've went in a completely opposite direction from as soon as Avengers Endgame was done. I felt like they went in a direction that I am not interested in. And you can defend any of the movies or the TV shows that you want, but I personally just, they're shit. I no longer get excited for Marvel projects. Every time I see a trailer, I'm like, I mean, that looked cool, but I'm not excited for it because it'll probably be bad because that's how it usually is. Now, and there are exceptions like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I thought that looked good and I had hope it would be good. And then there could be an exception to the rule, I'm not saying that going forward they can't be good, but it's just so far they just have let me down. They've been pure shit. So, I mean, and if you like them, I'm not saying that you're bad for liking them. You can like whatever you like. I'm just saying maybe you have a tiny bit of a character flaw, just a little tiny bit. So that is my second story of the week, you guys. So for my third and final story this week. Okay. So Tron 3, or Tron Ares as they're calling it. So we have some stuff about the story, the plot. We have some plot details a little bit. And then we have the director who's who's a little bit of a little bitch, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let me read this real quick and then tell you my thoughts. Okay, so it says, Tron Ares delayed as director criticizes extremely frustrating strike talks. Yeah, that's the thing. The director, his guild signed, their deal with the studios. So now he's all pissed because the actors and the writers guild won't sign because they're on strike and he doesn't get to make his movie. He took to Instagram. I think it says it in this article. Just give me 2 seconds. Let's read this and then I'll tell you. If he didn't, I'll tell you. Okay, so it says, Joaquim, I don't know how to say it. Ronnie says Tron 3 was to start shooting this week and urges both sides of the work stoppage to resolve their contract disputes. This is Hollywood. We close deals for breakfast. Yeah, what a tone deaf thing to say. What an asshole. Okay, anyways. So it says Tron Ares director. Why they're calling it Tron Ares? Just call it Tron 3. You know what? It doesn't even matter. I don't care. Director Jakeem. I don't know how to say his name. Ronnie took to Instagram. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's where I read it. To give an update on the long-awaited sequel and express his frustration with the SAG-AFTRA strike, which has delayed the start of the Disney film. The Norwegian director, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales, shit. No Tale, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, also shit, revealed the production was supposed to begin filming this week and instead had to lay off 150 crew members, which is sad, which we'll talk about in just a second. Ronnie teased the film would have a storyline centered around AI, as have the two previous films in the varying extent. While supporting the goals of the work's stoppage, he also urged both sides of the contract dispute to resolve their differences. We close deals for breakfast, Ronnie wrote. Why do we suddenly have all the time in the world when every day is so precious? These tactics are extremely frustrating. Here are Ronnie's comments in full. Okay, here we go. The absolute best moments of my career have been watching an actor perform in front of the camera, taking the scene and the text to a higher place. I've been fortunate to collaborate with amazing talent. It's a huge part of why I'm a filmmaker. However, like myself, being an actor or a writer means you're a freelancer. And I can tell you that constant uncertainty is not for everyone. To that end, I do think it's unreasonable to ask for a better safety net. Many of my best friends are writers. Everything starts with the story. Everything starts with you. That must continue. And that means that AI needs to be regulated. There is no doubt about the threat the technology poses to all creatives. Today was supposed to be the first day of principal photography for Tron Ares, a movie subsequently about AI and what it means and takes to be human. Instead, we are shut down with over 150 people laid off. It's indefinite, which makes it exceptionally harder for everyone. All those other people need to speed up the negotiating process and not leave the table until it's done. This is Hollywood. We close deals for breakfast. Why do we? Oh, I should have done a Norwegian. We close deals for breakfast. Why do we suddenly have all this time in the world when every day is so precious? These tactics are extremely frustrating. It's time for diplomacy so we can get back to work under conditions that are fair to everyone. I like my little accent that I did. I should have done the whole thing. Man, okay. The Hollywood Reporter has reached out to Disney and a rep for Ronnie for comment. Tron Ares stars Jared Leto as a new character in the franchise Ares. The logline says the film showcases Ares, Leto's computer program, on a journey from the digital world to the human one. Sources previously told the Hollywood Reporter that the new film will spend more time in the real world. The script from Jesse Widgedow and Jack Thorne, Wigatow, and Thorne, is said to center on a sentient program that crosses over into the human world that is not ready for contact. The film also stars so it looks like Jared Leto's the main character of this, and his character will be coming into our world, and he's AI and I don't like Tron Ares taking part mostly in the real world. The reason you go to the Tron world is so you can see the Tron world. I mean, so you can see these computer programs, you can see light bike chases and everything. So I don't know how I feel about that. As far as the director sitting here bitching and moaning, I feel bad mostly that those 150 people had to be laid off. But we have to be honest, things need to happen. And I don't like the fact that they would use AI to write scripts, to build sets, to even act in your movies and to do voiceover. I don't like this. I do not like it. There's something about human beings that AI will never be able to replicate. It's just not how it works. I mean, if you watch those, like there's this show on Twitch where they take Seinfeld and they make new Seinfeld episodes and they animate it or whatnot. And I personally just don't think it's good. But at the same time, I just go, it's written well, but there's something missing from it. It just feels like a robot wrote it. You're just like, I mean, it's fine, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And there is something missing. And you miss that human element, that experience that just nobody will ever understand, or that a robot and an AI program will never understand. There's just no way they could understand. No way. So I do feel bad for those people building the set and working on the crew and everything. But, sacrifices have to be made sometimes. And this is one of those sacrifices. So that was my third story, you guys. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about Margot Robbie making that sweet, sweet bonus money off Barbie? Do you think this is a good thing, a bad thing? What'd you think about Barbie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? All that good stuff. You know my thoughts on it. I personally did not care for it. There's no changing my mind. It was bad. It was bad. In fact, it was pure shit. But, what did you guys think about that? Tell me, what do you guys think about this Doctor Strange 3 movie possibly getting made before these Avengers movies coming out? And how do you feel about them adapting the Time Runs Out storyline? Personally, I've never read that storyline. And if I did, I don't remember it because I don't remember no dark priests and shit. But, let's see how this works out. I do want to see more Charlize Theron, though. She's very sexy. I find her very, very sexy. But yeah, let's see how this works out. I don't know. Doctor Strange was not very good. I love that first one, though. That first one's really, really good. This second one was not very good at all. And then finally, how do you guys feel about Tron Ares? How do you feel about we got some plot details a little bit. And then how do you feel about this director Ronnie, or what's it, Jakeem Ronnie, bitching about, oh, I don't get to start the work today. I wanted to start work and making my movie. It's probably going to be crap like his other 2 movies that Maleficent 2 was so bad. And that Dead Man Tell No Tales movie, the Pirates movie, was so bad. The first one's good. The rest suck balls. But yeah. But tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.